Hey friends, today I have a collective haul for you. I've got a few things from Hobby Lobby, some clearance finds at Michael's, one Amazon item, and I also visited my local Scrappy Elephant store, which is kind of like a reuse store where people donate their unwanted craft items and then you can shop, and I bought the refillable bag, which I get to fill up, and it's like $23 or $24. So I'm going to start with Hobby Lobby. First, in the Christmas section, the Christmas was still 50% off. And I got one of these for myself and one of these for my swap partner as a gift. And these are these pink cards with the little bows, the little 3D stickers. And then these little red mini bows were also part of the Christmas. And I thought these were so cute for little cabochons. And then I needed to replace my white sequins and also this kind of blue color here. So I got that out of the sequins department. Then Paper Studios was 40% off, and I needed some little mini flowers. So I grabbed these. You get 60 pieces, and they're like these reds and pink colors, and that was 40% off. Over in the sequins, I saw these little mini jingle bells. I did not see any jingle bells in the Christmas that were this small, but I wanted to replenish my stash. I only have a few of the really small ones left, and these were $1.29. And then I needed to replenish my stash of pom-poms because I've been using them. Now, I could not find the really small ones, but I found these here, and then I also got the mix. I wanted a pastel set with like the pastel pink. This is a little bit brighter pink, but then you've got some other colors in here. And then the Bead & Co. was 50% off, so I got a bag of these cute bow beads for myself and one for my swap partner. And then in the sewing, I'm teaching myself how to sew. And I've been watching some videos, and I've been using my ruler, but I saw someone use one of these where you can move this, like if you need it to be a 4-inch or a 2-inch, you can move this up and then kind of measure your fabric where you're folding over your hem. So I picked that up in the fabric department. So that is everything from Hobby Lobby. Michael's is all Halloween clearance. Halloween was 80% off. So I found this little set of sequins here. It's just embellishment decorations. I will not use this glitter one, but I like this one with the little ghosts, little pumpkins. This one had the ghosts. And this one I may or may not use. I think if I use this one, it probably wouldn't be in a shaker. It may be in something that, you know, like isn't really going to shake around, like if I do any more of my little laminated sheets, because this is pretty flat. And then I found these really adorable napkins, tombstone shaped with a little skeleton with the sunglasses. And I found the Alice in Wonderland clear stamps with the die, which is awesome because I picked up the stickers of these. But I did not pick this up when they had it in the Halloween, so I'm glad I caught that on clearance. And then I found these toppers. This one is the ghost, the cat, and the pumpkin. And then this one is really fun. I love this one that says "Get in, loser." And then we have the bat and the pink pumpkin. So this is like more of the pastel, and this is the more traditional. And then I grabbed these treat sacks. You get 12 of them with the little spider webs and hearts. And then the last thing I got at Michael's was this set of stickers. So you get 71 pieces. So you have a couple of these puffy ones. So we've got like the little skeleton with the glasses, the bat, and then we have like good morning. And then these are flat stickers. So you could decorate packaging or envelopes or whatnot with these. And I love this ghost with the little flower headband. So that is everything from Michael's. Oh, I also have a couple things from Target as well, which is sitting right next to me. So I picked up 2 of these bow cookie cutters. These were $1 over in the kitchen section. And I just thought they were so cute to maybe hang on a tea towel or something like that as a gift. So I got those. And then in the Bullseye Playground, there were these cute little sleighs for $1. They're actually ornaments, but I thought it would be super cute to fill this with a bunch of flowers. Like, hand make some flowers and fill it up for, you know, a swap or sit on your desk or anything like that. You could also fill it up with like the little mini ornaments or whatever you want. You could even do a little bead mix in here and then wrap it with one of those little clear bags. So I got 3 of those to have to play around with. Let me clean this up really quick, and then I'll pull out my Scrappy Elephant goodies. One Hobby Lobby item, and I am teaching myself how to sew, but my biggest thing about sewing is that I'm having trouble keeping it in line. Like if I want to do like a 1/4 inch seam allowance or a 1/2 inch or whatever, I have a problem keeping it straight in my sewing machine. So I thought these magnetic, they're these like magnetic seam holders. And this came as a 3-pack on Amazon. And you stick these on your sewing machine. And I need to see, I'm pretty sure they're going to go like this. So you're going to stick these on either side of your sewing machine where you need your seam allowance to go. And then this will help guide your project through so you can keep more of a straight line. They weren't very much money, I think about $5, but you'll find a link for them down below. But I thought it would be cool to give that a try and see if that helped me until I learn how to control my fabric better. So I picked that up from Amazon. All right, next is Scrappy Elephant, and I get to refill this super large canvas tote here, and you can fill it up to the brim, and I usually do. So they started to put their Christmas items out, so I found this Merry Grinchmas, and it's just this cute little box that I thought that I could use the box as well. But inside here, we have these little cards that you put this little guy on to add, like if you want to gift someone money, or if you want to give someone chapstick or something like that, you could add that on here, or put a sequence mix in here and add this on your project. So I thought this was a fun find, and it comes with the little like adhesives for these little guys. And I also thought they were just cute. Like if you didn't want to use the little clear thing, then you could just use this as your to from spot, but you got all of these different ones. And that was kind of a last minute find. Like I had looked through the Christmas and missed it. It also comes with the ribbon. And then I was walking out of the store and just caught the Grinch, and I knew I had to grab it just for the box alone. And then they also had some little ornaments and things. And these are actually my mom. My mom picked these up, and I need to get these to her. But there's a little snowman and a little deer ornament. And you'd think this would be metal, but it's actually plastic. And then she found this adorable dog. She loves dogs. And she found this adorable dog pin. You never know what you're going to find there. And then she found one other ornament, I think. And she found this cute cardinal ornament, and it says joy. So I need to get her her little ornaments and her pen that she found. I found some Christmas ribbon. This is like, feels like a sweater kind of, or like it's like fleece. And it's super wide. And I got a couple yards of this ribbon. And then also this poinsettia ribbon. I think I got about 4 yards of this to use. I think I might make some bows and put some wreaths on my windows and maybe use some of that ribbon. And then I found this like detailing. It's like a felt border. I found a bunch more clear bags, which are always a score. So we have this size, and we have this size of the clear bags. Some Halloween ribbon. I got some plain orange. And this was a brand new roll from Michael's. It says it glows in the dark, but it's black and white striped, and it has these cute little jack-o'-lanterns. And then this one has like this little velvet spider web on this one, and this one is from Joann's. So that's going to go with my Halloween stash. Then I found a little bit of fabric. I found this fat quarter with the cardinals. This one has just some like buttons and things on it. Some snowmen, and this one had baseballs. And you can put a few little pieces of fabric in your bag, but if you fill your whole bag up with fabric, then they start to weigh your fabric instead of filling up the bag. And this is the reason I went in there. I was going in there to see if they had any of this fusible webbing. And this is a little like wrinkled, but I think once I iron it down, it'll be fine. So they did have a little bit of this so that I can play around with. I found some of this really pretty like green. It's kind of more of like not quite mint green, but this green lace, and there is a lot of that on there. I found some chipboard. These are alphas from Bo Bunny, and then you also have this on this side. Some little bags for beaded pins. I found a set of those. A little bit of this kind of tan wide lace for projects. This is good for junk journaling. And this really pretty turquoise lace. This is more of like a border lace for like adding to the ends of tags or your junk journal pages. And then I got a bunch of cardstock, so I got some craft paper. Oh, and then the other fabric thing I found are these ruffles that are already made up in these 3 different fabrics. So those are going to be good for spring. And then I got some green, some pinks, some light pinks, and some whites. And my mom found a gift bag with some tissue paper already in it. They have a huge selection of gift stuff. And then I found some Halloween buttons. Some fun little page tabs. And then the last thing I got this time was actually in the kids section. And my mom was a nurse, and she had a patient, and he loves to do little things with his hands. And the little tin is beat up, but it doesn't really matter to him. But this has this, see if I can open it. Okay, there we go. And he's not going to really worry about making the shapes. But they're these little magnetic pieces. So he likes being able to move things around with his hands. And so he'll be able to kind of play around with this and make different shapes and stuff. So I picked that up with him in mind, thinking he might enjoy that. So that is my haul for you guys. I didn't find as much this time at Scrappy Elephant. A lot of times I find a lot of dies and stuff, but I feel like with all of the ribbon I found, the bags, and the scrapbook paper and different stuff, that it was well worth the money that I spent. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and checking out my little haul. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.